And we back! Shout out to everybody that hits the subreddit or hits the comment section with video ideas. Today was inspired by MC Hercules. You ever wonder what the greatest draft class of all time is? In today's video, we're trying to figure that out. I just spent, and I am not exaggerating, I just spent 6 hours creating this roster. Every single team showcases the best player from that draft class. So the 76ers, they're the first team I see, gets the best of the 2021 draft class. And the 2020 draft class, and we went all the way to the 1992 draft class because there's 30 teams and there's 30 years worth of draft classes. I did not expect it to take this long, so what I would appreciate if you left a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you are new. So I gotta introduce you to the teams. Here's our first team, the Philadelphia 2021s, and these are just the top prospects / players from this draft class. Don't get mad at me if your favorite player from whatever team you root for doesn't make the list. This draft class is super stacked, so I can only pick 15, and let's keep it a buck, every team is running like a 7-8 man rotation anyway. So here's the 2021 draft class. Low-key, even though this is a great draft class, they kind of messed up by the fact that they are rookies, because as we get deeper and deeper and deeper, you're gonna realize that we get better and better and better, which makes sense because these guys were drafted last year. They got an extra year of experience under their belt. So these are our 2022s, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit better than last year's. Oh, and I did not 100% fact check all of these. I was moving fast, even though it took me hours on end. So I might have somebody in the wrong place. It's not that significant. You feel me? Ja Morant, Zion, and Darius Garland on the Chicago Bulls. You know what I'm saying? 2019, really decent draft class for sure. They even got guys like Cam Johnson and Keldon Johnson, low-key players. You got Jordan Poole who's lighting it up. So this is just another way for me to really look back at a draft class and be like, oh, snap. That actually has some heavy hitters. Next, you got the 2018 draft class, and everybody know that this draft class was absolutely stacked. They got Luka, they got Trey, they got Shea, they got DeAndre, and I can't make this one rhyme, but they got some juniors. They got Miles Bridges, Mikal Bridges. This draft class was absolutely crazy. And it ends at Gary Trent Jr., who's really good, and he's the worst player on this draft class. It's crazy. Next, we got 2017, which has Tatum, which has Mitchell, which has Bam, Jared Allen, John Collins, De'Aaron Fox. I'm smiling because I'm so excited to see how this video turns out. But like I said, these guys are at a somewhat disadvantage in year number 1 because as we get deeper into it, once we get to 2003, I didn't get the 40-year-old version of Chris Bosh because that guy doesn't exist anymore in the grand scheme of the NBA. So we had to get the prime version of them. So these draft classes early on, this is not prime Jalen Green, not prime Tyrese's. These are not prime, but they got 3 years to potentially do some things. So next we got 2017. We saw that 2016 has DeJounte Murray, Sabonis. It's a good draft class, but it's not like top end heavy like some of the other ones. It's pretty like chill throughout, and that's cool. 2015 has Book, Towns, Porzingis, D'Angelo Russell. A good draft class too. We haven't had any like complete stinkers just yet. Every single year has produced some players. I mean, come on, man. The 2 best centers in this league were both in the 2014 NBA draft. I don't know who's starting or who coming off the bench. They got nothing to do with me. They actually got a lot of centers on this team, but they also got Zach LaVine. 2013 has Giannis, Rudy Gobert, CJ McCollum, Victor Oladipo, Steven Adams. Actually, a really big year for the foreign-born NBA player. We got Giannis out of Greece. We got Rudy Gobert out of France. We have Steven Adams out of New Zealand. I know he went to Pittsburgh, but I'm pretty sure he's from New Zealand. Could be mistaken there. Dennis Schroeder's from Germany. Kelly Olynyk is Canadian, I'm pretty sure. So a big year for the foreign-born NBA player. 2012 has Anthony Davis, Damian Lillard, and Draymond Green, Bradley Beal, and Chris Middleton. This starting lineup right here, they got it perfectly. See, some teams have 3 really good centers and no point guard play. This team has a point guard, a shooting guard, a small forward, a power forward, and a center, and all of these guys are all-star quality. As you can see, Drummond is a little bit better. This is like Detroit Pistons version of Drummond. And yeah, this draft class is ridiculously stacked in that top 5. And that might be all you really need. You still got HB coming off the bench. You can have Will Barton come off the bench and some Jay Crowder minutes. 2011 sees Kawhi Leonard, Jimmy Butler, Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Kemba Walker, who's the prime version of Kemba Walker, prime version of Isaiah Thomas, prime version of Nikola Vucevic, and current Jonas Valanciunas, another really underrated draft class. Mostly because I know Kyrie Irving was the first overall pick, but like, Kawhi was later in the first round. Jimmy Butler was the last pick in the first round. Klay Thompson was pick number 11 in the first round. Isaiah Thomas was literally the last pick in this year's draft. So, you know, draft well. You never know. Sometimes the 12th overall pick can be the best player in the entire draft, and sometimes it's the first. 2010 draft class sees Paul George, John Wall, Boogie Cousins, Gordon Hayward, prime version of him. You got Lance Stevenson. Not an amazing draft class. Maybe these top 4 can carry this team. Then we got 2009, which 2009, the only thing that's missing is a good center play. They got Taj Gibson as the best version of centers on this team. We got James, we got Steph Curry, we got DeMar, Blake Griffin, and then that center position is lackluster. I mean, I guess you can run Blake at the 5, you can run DeMar at the 4, and then like bring Drew Holiday into the star lineup because even though he's 6'3", he can guard some wings. I don't really know. I ain't the coach of this team. I'm just assimilating. I'm the commissioner around here. 2008 has Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Love, DeAndre Jordan, Brook Lopez. Boom, 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 boom. You see this draft class. 2007 has KD, Marcus Gasol, Mike Conley, Joakim Noah, prime version of him, and prime version of Al Horford, and Thaddeus Young, and then Jeff Green. Now, as we get deeper into this, you're going to realize that some teams have this guy, Ruben Bush. That just means that this draft class either ran out of players to represent them in the game, or I couldn't find somebody on the 2K share. Like I said, this took me hours on hours on hours. So like, I tried to get the best players from every single draft class, but in 2007, I probably could have got Greg Oden, but he would have been like a 670 overall anyway. Just not a very good draft class. Nobody created Spencer Hawes. Nobody created Brandon Wright, Corey Brewer, and I basically went by who was averaging the most points / who had the most win shares in their career or win shares per 36 or 48. And if you weren't on this list, one of the top people on the list, I ain't even looked for you. I looked for Tiago Splitter. Didn't have nobody have him. So this team had to just have basically 7 players. But maybe KD and Marcus Gasol and Mike Conley can carry that. I mean, it is a terrible team because they're all centers. Next, 2006 has Ray Allen, LaMarcus Aldridge, Kyle Lowry, Brandon Roy, who we downloaded. So, you know, it's not real Brandon Roy, but I went out to find somebody that created him. Paul Millsap, Rudy Gay, JJ Redick, young JJ Redick. He's 30 years old, but he looks young in that picture. You got PJ, and then you got Boobie Gibson. Like I said, I went out I tried to just get, even though Boobie Gibson probably won't even get no PT, I made sure Boobie Gibson was here because he was in 2006 and he was in the game. 2005 sees, I remember when these two dudes were like, people used to argue at hours on end, who was the better point guard? Was it Deron Williams or Chris Paul? And at one point, Deron Williams had a lot of the votes, but Chris Paul and his longevity and that a couple seasons in New Orleans was ridiculous. I was always Team Chris Paul. Y'all knew that, but you feel me? They got Danny Granger. They got Andrew Bynum, who of course fell out of the league eventually, but was a one-time All-Star. They got David Lee. As you can see, these are people I downloaded because they weren't in the game. Over and beyond. Lou Will, Monte Ellis, and then you got Bogut, and then, you know, some other roster fillers. 2004 has Dwight Howard, Iggy, Kevin Martin, Al Jefferson, who I downloaded, Jameer Nelson, Luol Deng, who I downloaded, Josh Smith. Solid roster, low-key, now that I'm thinking about it. J.R. Smith, who we downloaded because J.R. Smith is not in the game anymore. I didn't even know that was a thing. He's not in the game anymore. And then Tony Allen and Ben Gordon, who I also downloaded. Now in 2000, well, you can tell who I downloaded because they don't have a face. You feel me? It's somebody trying to create them. 2003. You know the historic 2003 draft class. Bron, Wade, Melo, Chris Bosh, Kirk Heinrich, David West, Kyle Korver, Boris Diaw, Nick Collison, Darko. Darko's basically just on the same level as Ruben Bush, low-key. Draft class is elite. 2002 sees Amari Stoudemire and Yao Ming, and then Carlos Boozer and some other players. I downloaded a few other people like Nene and Tayshaun Prince. 2001, you're going to start to see some of these draft classes may not have like top-end super duper talent, but you're like, dang, that was a low-key draft class. And I feel like this is a low-key draft class. You got like Hall of Famers like Tony Parker and Pau Gasol for sure, but then you got Gilbert Arenas, you got Zach Randolph, you got Joe Johnson, you got RJ, Shane Battier, Jared Wallace, who's a one-time All-Star in his career, Jason Richardson, who was a hooper, Tyson Chandler. This was overall just a really solid draft class, and you got Meadow O'Core down there as well. 2002 sucked. Everybody knows 2002 was one of the worst draft classes in NBA history, but they still had Michael Redd, Kenyon Martin, Hedo Turkoglu, Jamal Crawford, Jamal McGlure, and then like Q Rich and Mike Miller, but still not a very good draft class. 1999 sees Baron Davis, Shawn Marion, Elton Brand, you know, some really solid players all around. Actually, a pretty deep roster now that I'm looking at it. We even got Lamar Odom down there. Pretty deep roster. They don't have any center play. But you got Elton Brand. Why is nope. Elton Brand's secondary position is not about to be power forward. I'm not allowing that. Y'all need to be fired, whoever created him. A small forward? Stop it. But then you got AK-47. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm liking what they got going over there. 1998 sees Dirk, VC, Paul Pierce, Mike Bibby, Antoine Jameson, Rashard Lewis, Larry Hughes, Al Harrington. That's solid, bro. That's pretty solid to me. 97 has not a lot going on, honestly. But they do have Timmy D. And they do got T-Mac and Chauncey Billups and Steven Jackson and Keith Van Horn. But they basically running a 5-man rotation all season long. They do not get much out there. 1996, another legendary draft class. A lot of great things happened in 1996, including me being born. So you feel me? You know what team I'm rocking with. Because they got Kobe, Nash, AI, Ray Allen, Jermaine O'Neal, Peja Stojakovic, Ilgauskas, Marcus Camby, Stephon Marbury, Kerry Kittles. Ridiculous draft class. Ridiculous. Might be the greatest draft class of all time. This 2003 and then I think 84. 84? Something like that. Oh, every era, every decade has an elite level draft class. Will it be 2021? Because this draft class, I'm telling you, was crazy. Next, we have 1995. You got KG Stackhouse, Mike Finley, Mighty Mouse, Rasheed Wallace, Eric Snow, and then Antonio McDyess. 94 has J Kidd. You see the rest. Do I need to read all the people? I don't think I need to read all the people. C. Webb and Penny Hardaway got traded for each other, but today they're on the same team. They also got Allen Houston and some more people. Vin Baker down here. Sean Bradley's down here. You know what I'm saying? They got some height right here in Sean Bradley. I think they got an okay, well-rounded-ish team. And then lastly, we have 1992 with Diesel. This team is just all centers, bro. This team is all centers. But they got something. And that's it. Who starts on this team? Do they have a 44 start? Nope. They actually start Latrell at the 1. I'm okay with that. Okay. Doug Christie. Okay. At least you're not starting a 44 overall. So in the comment section, before we even start, let me know what you think is going to be the best draft class. These guys have 3 years to sit together. So 2021, like I said, you know, can benefit in year 2 and year 3 because this class is going to get better and better. I think I go to All-Star break. I got to look what the All-Star break is like. All-Star draft scenes, Team LeBron and Team Kevin. I'm guessing that's Durant. It's Garnett. See, it was Kevin Garnett, Durant, Love. I guess Martin is a possibility, but it's KG and LeBron as the captains. KG picked Dirt, J Kidd, James Harden, and Giannis as the starters. Then Tim Duncan, LeBron, KD, Tracy, and Wade. Who is the craziest All-Star here? I mean, everybody here is elite, right? So nobody's gonna be the craziest All-Star, but it's cool to see some people here like Derrick Rose. You feel me? He's in his prime. He's in his prime again. Actually, I don't want to spoil to see who's on the top of the conference. I think I'm gonna go blind react once we get to the end of the season. Russell Westbrook wins MVP, y'all. He averaged 23, 11, and 8, which ain't that crazy, but that tells me, oh my God, this is weird. But that tells me that this 2008 draft class must be the best in the game right now. If he won MVP averaging those numbers, Cade wins Rookie of the Year. I mean, he was competing with only his teammates right there. Manu Ginobili wins 6th Man of the Year because who else would win that award other than Manu Ginobili? KG wins Defensive Player. I'm so stupid. I just exited out of that. Oh, man. Okay, so KG won Defensive Player of the Year. After that, I don't know what happened. Who won Most Improved? We'll never. Well, I guess we can check that. All NBA teams see Russell Westbrook, Luka, KG, Giannis, and Dwight. Then we have Zion in the Chicago 2019 going crazy. Grant Hill, okay, the successor to Michael Jordan, if you will. Then you got Jokic, and then Shaq is on the 3rd team with Agent Zero and some other people. Defensive teams are here. Doug Christie, defensive team. I didn't know Doug Christie had it like that. So you learn something new every single day. Now this defensive team, ooh, AK-47 here, you love to see it. Okay. Yep, 2008 had to be dominant. Zion averaged 30. I know you saw that. 2008 had to be dominant. It was. Oh, not even that dominant. It's only a 1-game lead over the 2nd seed. But y'all know what 2008 consists of. Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose, and Kevin Love, basically. Then the 1993 team was doing pretty good as well. The worst team is 2006, which I could have expected, but I don't know. Oh, the rookies. 10 total wins for the rookies. And then the sophomores won that much better. 2005 is trash. All right. Wow, the rookie sophomore season. Okay, I guess it's explanatory. Like, I understand it, I guess, but I didn't think 10 and 72. 2003 was good, but it wasn't like they were killing, you know, for a draft class that's historically good. They went out here destroying the thing. 1996 either. I mean, 1996 is insane. Look at that starting lineup. AI is your 6 man. Oh my God, you weren't even a 1 seed. I'm disappointed in y'all. Actually, your point differential, oh my God, this team's point differential was lower compared to a lot of the teams beneath it. So they was like hitting buzzer beaters and everything. I wish we would have tuned in to see them. Sean Bradley has the weirdest wingspan in the game. It's because he's so tall, everything is gonna look so bad on him. All right, so let's go look at the overall statistics. You saw that Zion was averaging 30 for the Chicago 19s. Yep, 2019s. Latrell Sprewell averaged 29. Okay. There's T-Mac, KD, Luka, Gilbert Arenas, Giannis, and LeBron, and Glenn Robinson and Michael Redd rounding out to top 10. Rebounding champion was KG. Assist leader was Mike Conley. Wow, did not expect, you know what I'm saying? We only got like Chris Paul, Luka, Russell Westbrook, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash is on the team. I did not expect Mike Conley to be the one to be leading the league in assists. And then steals is Doug. Was I sleep on Doug Christie's deep? I guess bro averaged over two rebounds per game for his career. I had no idea. You know what I'm saying? And I messed with Doug Christie, but I was young when he was playing, so maybe I didn't really value defense or think about defense often. Block leaders, Daniel Gafford on the 19s, okay. Tied with Dwight Howard, and Tim Duncan's a little bit below that. Doug Christie also had the most turnovers per game, which don't even make sense. It does make sense because they don't have a point guard in Washington. That's what it is. They don't have a point guard. It's like Latrell Sprewell and him. So they don't have a point guard. And then, yeah, here's the rest. 3-point leaders. Chauncey Billups beat like Steph Curry, who only made 4 a game, but I'm guessing that's because, you know, he's playing with James Harden and some other people, right? What are we, 2000? That's 2009's. He's playing with, yeah, James Harden. Okay, I was second guessing myself for some reason. Are we ready to simulate? I think we're ready to simulate. Okay, 2006, 2018, 2002, and 2019 all get eliminated in the play-in. All good. I think we wait until we get to like the conference finals to start caring about things. Again, it's a 3-year challenge. And one thing I realized that's gonna bother me and something I gotta deal with after every season is that I gave every real person at minimum a 3-year contract. But the bums I didn't give a 3-year contract to. So I'm gonna have to re-sign all of these people for every single team. And it's, oh my God, it's gonna be a process for like a very avoidable process if I would have just done it earlier, but I didn't do it earlier, so here we are. We got a 7 seed upsetting a 2 seed. 93 gets eliminated by 95? Yeah, 95. 93 get eliminated by 95, which is just a KG show, basically. Cameron Payne plays here. Did y'all make trades on my roster? Y'all made trades on my roster? Bro, I could have swore I turned off trades. I am so very annoyed all of a sudden. I am so very annoyed. Y'all what? So I gotta go back and reverse all of these Hey, I gotta be better. I gotta be a better guy setting up these videos. Any of these trades are like big enough to like ruin the video? Not really, but they're just gonna bother me at the end of the day. They're just gonna bother me. Like Jason Richardson being 1 year different, him being from 2001 to 2000, that's gonna bother me. Anyway, let's keep it going. Let's get to the conference finals. See who gets out of there. It looks like 7 seed is getting there. Whoa, the lowest combined seeds in NBA history. We got a 5-7 and a 5-6. Let's take a look at the teams. We got a 5-7, 5-6. Steph Curry. Oh my God, that team is so like tall is the word I'm looking for. Jeff Green is the shooting guard. That's talent versus talent, though. Now, they're lackluster at that center position. I said there was going to be one thing that come back and bite them, but so far it's been cool, I guess. They made it all the way this far. Next is a 90s matchup. We got Damon Stoudemire versus Baron Davis. Stackhouse versus Rip. We got Finley versus Marion. Whoa, 1999 is low-key decent. But KG being a 95 might be all they really need. Let's simulate a little bit. KG and company. I didn't even know. Is KG playing for the right team? Yeah, he stayed in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? Here he is in Minnesota. And are they going to get out of here in 5 or 2009? So 2009 versus 1995. Steph Curry, James Harden, DeMar, Blake and Todd's versus, yeah. This is a series, bro. This is a series. Now, of course, 2009 got the top end talent with having Steph Curry, James Harden, and basically 490 overalls. But KG is just different. Game 1, 2009. Game 2, 95. 90. I have dyslexia for the new people around here. So if I'm saying numbers wrong, that is my excuse. Is it really an excuse? It's like a valid thing. I'm diagnosed. Steph Curry versus KG is the way we're looking at it. 2-2 series so far. Steph Curry takes game 6. Uh-oh. KG, hey, listen, KG trying, bro. KG is real life trying, but he got Eric Snow on his team. But he forces a game 7. And listen, KG had a triple-double, but Stackhouse and Mighty Mouse, ooh, we got a game 7 in the very first season. This is electric. Give me a good one. I would love to jump into a game because why not? But it looks like KG, this is almost KG single-handedly. There's no other superstars on this team. This is Kevin Garnett. Stackhouse is really, really, really good. But this is like Kevin Garnett. This other team has superstars, multiple all-stars. It was just the KG show. All right, I gotta make sure that I do this every single season. I gotta load in the worst draft class. And I also have to spend 30 minutes re-signing Ruben Bush to a bunch of different teams. So that's gonna be so very fun and electric. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna remind you to leave a like on the video because it helps the channel out a ton. And be sure to go ahead and hit that comment section with different ideas if you got them. All right, 30 minutes later, we finally got everybody. And you know what? We actually oversigned people just to make sure. Okay, so let's take a look at like 2021 because they got another year under their belts and they should be better. Are they still going to be the worst team in the league? There's a possibility, but some of those other teams might regress a little bit. So 2021, here it is. Evan Mobley is the best player on the team. Apparently, they now have Harrison Barnes because they made a trade, and I thought I got rid of all the trades, but Harrison Barnes, I'm sorry, you gotta get traded back, low key. Who did they trade you for? How did you get here? How did Harrison Barnes get to this team? Who did they trade him for? You're just getting released if that's the case. You're just getting released. George Hill, you're getting released. You don't fit here. And he was contributing to that team anyway. And then we got 91 overall LaMelo Ball. All right. Derek Favors is now here. This is so ridiculous. I swear I thought I reversed every trade in that offseason, but I guess I didn't. Oh, the Desmond Bane trade. Okay, Desmond Bane has just got traded back. That's cool. That's cool. That's probably one I just slipped through the cracks. Everything else should be good. All right, so we'll get scuffed at least a little bit. It is what it is. The top end talent is still on their right teams. You're going to see some people here or there that aren't on their right teams, but it is what it is, okay? So I guess in year number 2, we just go right into it, man. We try to figure out who's going to be the champion this time around. Everything should be relatively the same. I will not stop at the deadline this time around. We're going straight through everything. I turned off trades, so there should be a literal 0 trades this season. And it looks like 2021 still ain't up to the game. They're just not ready. They're still a couple years away. Russell Westbrook goes back-to-back. They're basically saying that Russell Westbrook is the best player drafted in the last 30 years. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Trae Young wins 6th Man of the Year. Okay, Giannis is now Defensive Player of the Year. Most Improved goes to Jordan Poole. And then Frank Vogel wins 66 games. Of course, that makes sense to me. Here's first team. Boogie is on this team now. He's at 91 overall. Their second team, C-Webb, Shaq. Here's third team, D-Rose. LeBron is on third team. And then defensive teams, and then that's it. There is no rookie class or rookie teams because there was really no rookie class. This time around, are we going to see similar things? I'm guessing the Eastern Conference will go all the way down to the bottom. The rookie class. Now, they lost the tiebreaker between them and 2009, who was just in the finals last year. 2009 is now a play-in team because they have Rui Hachimura. Okay. All right. I'm acting like that don't exist. The rookie classes are coming up while 2000, who in my opinion has one of the worst draft classes, is finally at the bottom here. And then Memphis in 2015, D-Book, Kevin Porter Jr., Karl Anthony Towns, Porzingis, D'Angelo. Okay, I didn't expect that team to be dead last, but I guess I can understand it. The best team out west ended up being this team again. Russell Westbrook is a 2-time MVP, but now you got to back that up with some rings, my boy. But there's not a ton of parity. These top 4 teams kind of dominated their conferences. I know in 2K playoffs, that literally means nothing. A 7 seed can make their way to the finals just like that. Actually, point differential wise, this 2017 is like the 3rd best team in the entire conference. Whoa. All right, 2007. I mean, yeah. Celtics, do your thing. All right, let's see who gets to the conference finals again. So 2017, 2018 go against each other in the conference finals year after year. We figure out who's the best of that. And then we got 2008 versus 1999. And Manu is now a starter in this league because you can't have him coming off the bench too much, especially when you got a roster like this. Okay, who's going to get to the finals? Oh, 2007 versus, looks like it might be 99. 2007 versus 99. Okay. Some younger players versus some very old players. None of these players even in the NBA anymore because I guess 2009 was over 20 years ago, so I don't expect any of them to still have an NBA career. But still, that's not a crazy great draft class. You know what I'm saying? The best player being AK-47, Baron Davis, like that's good role player draft class, but not like top end talent. This one has Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum, you know? Is Jason Tatum 2017 draft class gonna do it? Or will the old heads continue to reign? Last year it was 90, what year was it last year? 95. This year looks like it's 99. Elton Brand ends up winning Finals MVP. We got one more season, ladies and gentlemen. With 1996, the year with Kobe and some other, where's 1996? They were a play-in team. Oh, they were a play-in team. I don't understand the logic behind any of this, but it is what it is. We got players retiring left and right. Chris Paul's retiring, but that's not even the right Chris Paul. That's the old Chris Paul. We got this week old draft class in. Hopefully, if I did everything correctly, and I did, perfect. And I think this should be a low lifting offseason if I'm doing everything correct. This should be the last year, and I shouldn't have to sign nobody. Last year is upon us. Will the young Bucks out there do their thing? They're looking good. Actually, this team is not bad at all now. I wouldn't be surprised if they made at least a little bit of noise, but the same thing can be said about the Bucks. LaMelo's up to a 94. Anthony Edwards is at a 90, so they might even make some noise. The Bulls should be able to make some noise. Ja Morant and Zion are 95 plus. Darius Garland's coming off the bench. I'm gonna bet my money. If I was a better man, I put my money on the young squad, one of the young squads. Regardless of your opinion on this video, you have to admit Russell Westbrook is the greatest basketball player of all time. As a 3-time MVP in this league, Jalen Suggs finally got PT. It took 3 seasons for him to get PT, or they just didn't have anybody to pick. He literally just got PT for the first time. Trae Young, 6-man, Giannis, Davion Mitchell, most improved, Stephen Silas, who is with the Rockets, which means that's an older team. That's an older team leading the league. Here's first team, here's second team, third team. You can pause anytime you want to. I'm ready to just get to the finals and just to see who's gonna win in this last year. 2003 finally is living up to the hype. They got Anthony Simons. How does Anthony Simons get here this early? He's been here for the whole video. 2003 is finally doing their thing. 2001 is still hooping a little bit. The worst out of here is 2009. 2009 fell off. Oh, DeMar DeRozan fell off. Oh, James Harden is falling off. Yeah, that makes sense. They're old. You know, they're old now. I mean, hey, that was the prize you get. You know what I'm saying? You were a finals contender one year, and now you're old. 2004 now sucks too. D12 is no longer killing the game. He's only at 92. And then the top of the Western Conference sees 99, who again might go down in history, yo. 99 might go down in history, man. 2008 is still up here doing pretty good. But I'm more surprised. Okay, so no. 2021 is here. I said I'd put some money on them, but they 7 games back. But I guess they could still win it all. 2018, 2017 are here. Those are some younger teams. The older teams aren't making it all of a sudden. It's a young kids league. Move out of the way, old man. It's our time. I say I was born in 96, but I graduated high school in 2015. Which means that if I was a 4-year college player, I'd be coming out in 2019. So I'm rooting for 2019. Are y'all here? 2019 would be the 7th seed right here. Oh, that's who we're rooting for. We're 2019. But then again, I'm so talented. I could have been a 1 and done. You feel me? I could have been a 2 and there was a lot of possibilities there. I was really nice. Not really at the game of basketball, but I was really nice, as in like a gentleman. I treated everyone with respect. And sometimes it's good enough to get you to the league. Not the NBA, but some league, like the League of Gentlemen. It's got to be something, you know, League of Nice People. I was on the way to that. All right, so 2017 is here again. This is the Tatum team. Lonzo Ball, Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, but the 96 finally did it. 96 finally makes a finals appearance. Here it is. 2017 might run away with it. 2017 just ran away with it. 2017 just ran away with it. Tatum is nasty. Tatum is nasty. Bro, but 1999 finally just got there. They finally got there. League history, NBA history. I mean, 17 got to the finals 2 out of the 3 years. That's got to mean something. We crowned in 17 the greatest draft class of all time until further notice. How about that? Like I mentioned earlier, I've been working on this video for so very long, so I would appreciate if you left a like, use the comment section for video ideas, and also comment down below. Russell Westbrook is the GOAT, so I know you watched the whole thing and you saw that man win 3 finals MVPs, but never even come close to the conference finals. But I mean, not finals MVPs, 3 regular season MVPs. You feel me? That's an elite stat. Shout out to him. Shout out to you for watching this video, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.